as this slow storm takes landfall later tonight. Folks, with any tropical storm, the only thing you can predict is that things will change hour by hour. We started yesterday morning with a tropical storm that developed into a Category 1 hurricane, which was forecasted to make landfall near New Orleans. Sally was upgraded to a Category 2, and by last night, the weather folks were predicting this storm might become a Category 3. Thankfully, early this morning, it was downgraded to a Category 1. This just underscores how unpredictable Mother Nature can be. Early yesterday morning, my team and I began reaching out to leaders in Baldwin and Mobile counties, knowing that the eastern side of a hurricane always has the stronger rain, wind, storm surge, and flash flooding with the possibility of tornadoes. In fact, I issued a state of emergency early yesterday morning in order to get our preparations underway. In talking with Congressman Byrne, as well as the various mayors and county commissioners, we have offered every assistance humanly possible. Unfortunately, our local leaders are well experienced in emergency management. They've had a lot of practice over the years, so they are well aware that all they need to do is to let us know their needs, and we'll be standing there shoulder to shoulder with them all the way. Shortly after our initial state of emergency was issued, the request came to close the beaches, which I did. And I also strongly recommended that all non-residents, as well as residents who live in low-lying areas that are prone to flood, needed to leave as soon as possible. I did this in a supplemental state of emergency that was issued yesterday just after lunch. And thankfully, it appears that many people heeded this voluntary evacuation. This morning at 7 a.m., we had additional rounds of calls with the local leaders, and I also spoke with U.S. Department of Homeland Security Acting Secretary Chad Wolf, as well as Pete Gaynor, Administrator of FEMA, last night, to ask them to expedite our request for a pre-landfall disaster declaration. And I am grateful that President Trump and his administration approved this request last night. And let me make one thing crystal clear, folks. The White House and the Trump administration have been great to our state. They've been in constant communication with my office, and we greatly appreciate their attention that they've paid, and they're keeping their eye on Alabama. Having once lived in Mobile, I'm well aware that those who live on the Gulf Coast are all too familiar with Mother Nature's wrath. We still hope and pray that Sally will not bring that type of pain and heartache, but my fellow Alabamians, Hurricane Sally is not to be taken for granted. We are looking at record flooding, perhaps breaking historic levels, and with rising water comes a greater risk for loss of property and life. Sally has the potential to inflict major damage along our Gulf Coast and even further northward as it moves. For that reason, and especially for those living south of I-10 and in low-lying areas, I urge you in the strongest way possible to evacuate if conditions permit and seek shelter elsewhere as possible today, as this storm makes landfall sometime tonight. Your local EMA will have information, and I know our friends in the media will provide to you this information to make the best decisions for you and your family. The current projections of this storm have most of our state in the path as it moves on through. Most counties in Alabama can potentially see some impact later tonight and certainly by Wednesday. While the middle and northern sections of our state will obviously not see the storm surge of the coastal regions, please be aware, however, that heavy rains, flash flooding, and even tornadoes can develop at any point tonight or tomorrow. I remind you to stay tuned to your local weather source, have a weather radio handy, and some extra batteries in case you lose power. And please heed the advice of your local leaders. They know the unique needs of your community. Director Hastings will now make brief remarks, and the National Weather Service Representative John Deblock will follow Brian. Brian?
Thank you, Governor Ivey, for your support and leadership during this potentially historic storm, and I echo your appreciation to President Trump and his administration for his quick approval of our federal emergency declaration to provide needed emergency federal assistance to Alabama. The SEOC is activated. I want to thank our state agencies, public and private utilities, our volunteers like the Red Cross and the counties for their continued support to Alabama emergency response and recovery activities. Additionally, I appreciate the close partnership we enjoy with the National Weather Service, and it's great to have you here, John, and FEMA. The National Weather Service and FEMA are already embedded into our operations with a FEMA liaison officer, a coordination officer, and an incident management assistance team. Governor Ivey has also authorized the activation of National Guard, and we currently have high water teams activated in Mobile and Baldwin counties. All our Alabama Mutual Aid System swiftwater rescue teams are on alert. FEMA and our neighboring states have already reached out to us to offer their assistance for search and rescue. Currently, there are 2 shelters open in Mobile County and 1 on standby, and 1 shelter open in Baldwin County. Before I close, I do want to highlight Governor Ivey's message. Sally is shaping up to be a very dangerous and historic flooding event from the coastal counties along I-65 and the I-85 corridors. If you are in a low-lying area or a flood-prone area, get to a safer place and higher ground now, before you see impacts. Do not drive through flooded areas. Turn around, don't drown. If you're in trouble or need assistance, call 911 and contact your local county EMA for up-to-date conditions, forecasts, closures, and local information. And please take action now to prepare for widespread power outages, and you own the first 72 hours. So make sure that you have food, water, batteries, and a way to connect with assistance. And lastly, please connect in and stay in touch with your neighbors. The power of Alabama is Alabamians taking care of Alabamians. So social cohesion matters. Thank you.